Okay, let's have a look and finish off the last bit that we want to work on tonight. And I'm sorry, I took another break, that's why there's a cut in the video. But we want to get it so that this drag perpetually happens when it's clicked. And we basically want to, if the condition of check where we basically want to set a value to 1 that says that we've picked a 1, so basically we've done a check and it's not -1, so our render pick is getting a proper value. And when that is true, we want to then keep moving that to the UVs until the mouse is released. So maybe there is a combination of, do we make a value? Can we do it in the panel execute? I don't know. Right, okay, let's look at our flow. We don't need any of this anymore. Okay, so let me reset our grid. So our flow is that basically anytime our panel moves, so anytime there's a change in our panel, so the reason it's changing is that the location of the sup, or the location of the instance, doesn't actually update until the mouse is let go. So it's only going to go to the extent of the range of our shape plus the 10 pixels that our radius will allow us to control. So we basically need to lock it so that if we've clicked the mouse and this has been true, then this is perpetual until the mouse is let go. So maybe instead of on value change, bring in another panel execute. We do while on, and if I'm sure if I take all of this code, put it in here, and then while on, and I can now remove the, if I remove the negative one, is that going to work? Okay, so that's clearly not the case. So let's go back to this panel execute. So we're back where we are. think we need to have this value external, so that if our select is true down here, let's try chop execute. So if I do off to on and then do constant test, so if when select is clicked, this value is true. So if we say test is equal to operator test, picker is equal to operator if picker does not equal -1, then test of par.value 0 is equal to picker. Wrong bracket. And then I do an off to on, and it sets so when it's clicked it's set to 1, and when it's released it's set to 0. Otherwise it's not. So this is now the check. So we do the value change, we don't need this, and we don't say select, because we just don't need that anymore. We do test is equal to operator test, right, okay, so I just need to work out why the snap is happening. I do still need select. I'm just going to visualize the value coming out of here as well so I can understand what's happening. So I'm going to do operator constant 5 power.value 0 is equal to u, and I'm going to put that into a trail. So you can see it's held, it's held, it's held. It's fine. So there's no reason that it should be jumping like it is after the mouse goes outside of a certain place. Because it's still 1. Where's target set? That's why target is set to the wrong place. So in here I want to do target is equal to test.power.value 1 is equal to picker okay, and now if in here my is equal to test.power.value 1, move this below where we set up. No, well, we didn't. Okay, now if I uncomment these, errors. Row 30 is not found. Okay. Int. What do I need to, as a string maybe? So it's telling me that I can't find 30. 21.00 is not found in the table. Can't convert int to string implicitly. Line 30, did that say? So I just need to get rid of the float on this. And there we go. I can now move it anywhere that I want. Okay, that is a problem. Okay, it's almost there, apart from when we release 0. There we go. So the problem with the code is that if you think about how processing executes, so it will run the code from start to finish anytime it allows it to cook. So when test was set to 0, or when select was released, this cooked for 1 additional frame, which basically it came down and said that the U location changed back to the original row U, row V, which means that it snapped this all the way back up to the non-negative 5'd value. I think this is good. I really like this. We're getting somewhere. I think I want to make it slightly higher density. And let's automate this slightly so things stay in scale. So now I can do movie file in there. And I now want this to be driven by operator in one dot par dot height. I just need to work out what the Python reference is for getting the width and height of aspect width. There you go. There you go, we shouldn't see any change, but now if I come back up to the master level and change this to something else, it should update to be correct, which it does. So everything changes in size correctly. The only thing that does not is and this also needs to update to be the correct width, which is dot aspect width. It should still work the exact same way. I really liked the thing that Stoner did as well, where I think you can basically change the scale of it in tiny increments. And in theory it'll still work. The only thing is that it's not grabbing the right point, or is grabbing the correct point, but it's moving it to the wrong UV. And I think that's purely just to do with the scaling that we apply in our maths. Okay, I'm going to save there for tonight, and then we'll pick up this stream hopefully tomorrow night, where we can look at this in more detail. Fixing issues with scaling, and then actually moving on to making them, looking at how the warping is being edited, because right now it's just a direct mask on an image, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but who knows. Okay.